We are a one-stop shop for students at Imperial College for advice, and that can range for many things, not just accommodation. We deal with the registry teams, the admissions teams, the records teams. We work with tuition, finance. We also produce letters for students for their records, for their council tax. And we're based on level 3 of this building, and we're here all year round, contrary to popular belief with the students who think we have the summer off. Unfortunately not. So, accommodation. Now I know there's a mixture of students here who have some are coming this year and some are coming next year. So if you're coming this year, you probably already would have applied. Now if you're coming next year, what will happen is next May we will email you an accommodation application. It takes about 5 minutes to complete. You have to make 5 preferences on your Stroll application. Stroll stands for Student Rooms Online. Now these 5 preferences are based on what hall you'd like to stay in and what you can afford and what room type you're looking for. Now the applications have to be completed by the end of July, but so it takes 5 minutes, so as soon as you receive them, just complete them. And what will happen then is, at the end of August, once the A-level results have come out and hopefully you've received your academic offer, we will then allocate a room to you. Now that's in early September. Then at the end of September, you move into the accommodation. Now with the application, on it, there is a section for medical issues. If you have one, please tell us. We're not psychic, unfortunately, and we have had students turn up on the day and they've got a medical issue which does affect the room they're in, so please be honest and tell us. Halls, lovely, aren't they? Now, 1 or 2 of you might have done the tour already. If you haven't, I do recommend them. They're on till 4 o'clock today and on all day tomorrow. You can go to various halls. Now, our halls also have a warden team in, by the way, just to let you know. And the warden team are, the head warden is an academic here, and the sub-wardens are PhD students. Okay, now they look after the students in the halls in the evening and at weekends. They offer pastoral care, so if you have any issues or about your course, you can speak to them or anything else. They also organise events, so they'll take you out for the day trips, picnics over Hyde Park, that kind of thing. So it's all good fun. Now, as you can see, these are our halls. You can pick up a copy of this downstairs in the Queen's Tower rooms at our stand. It's not in the booklet, unfortunately. We arrived a bit late, so you can pick up a separate copy. Now, as you can see, majority of our halls are in walking distance. We do consider 20 to 25 minutes walking, by the way. Some you do have to get on the tube, unfortunately, but it's only a few stops. And as a student, you do get a 30% discount on travel, so that helps as well. This is in the booklet, which once again you can get downstairs on our stand if you don't have a copy already. Now we have various types of rooms, which hopefully you've seen on the tours. Basically standard single, single ensuite, standard twin, twin ensuite and triple. Basically ensuite, a bit obvious, you've got your own bathroom. Standard rooms, you share facilities with other students. Now all our halls are self-catering, by the way. Nothing's catered, so you've got to get your pots and pans and do a bit of cooking. There are kitchens. Also, there are 17 catering outlets on college campus. These range from if you just want to have a burger or sandwich to restaurants that do proper meals as well. Includes vegetables if anyone fancies them. Yeah, not many, I know. Things you get in your room. First one's a bit obvious, but hopefully it's in there. If it's not, give us a call. Study desk, chair, desk lamp, all the things you need to help you study. Curtains. Whatever room you're in, whether it's twin, triple, whatever, you do get these items, okay? Now when you move in, we do have hall supervisors who do work in the halls Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. If you have any problems with this equipment or you lose your key, try not to, we do charge you, anything like that, they're there to help you. So they're there, each hall has at least 1 or 2 to look after you. Right, that's your first year out of the way. We do guarantee a bed space for your first year, but for the second year onwards, just because we don't have the capacity, I'm afraid, you will have to look for a room in the private sector. Now don't panic, we do look after you on that as well. So for each year we have a private housing talk, usually towards beginning of March, around then, anyway, it's in March. At the private housing talk, we make a few boring speeches, but we also have lots of letting agents come in, and we have a housing fair downstairs, and you can meet the letting agents and try and organise some accommodation for yourselves. Imperial Home Solutions. Now this is our own private housing website we designed ourselves. On this website there's a message board for students to try and contact other students, help them find flatmates. You also have a database or listing of not just letting agents, but also private landlords in this part of London. We've got about 400, I think, now, and about 30 letting agents who rent rooms to students. As part of that, we can help with things like contracts. Now, I know you get a contract and you think, what's this? Especially for international students, bring it into us. We'll happily read it for you and let you know if there's anything untoward in it. 99% of the time they're fine. It's just obviously certain legal things students aren't aware of that we can make them, you know, more aware of. Yeah, money, private sector. Now, South Ken, as you probably guessed, is very expensive, unfortunately. So if you can afford to live around here, congratulations. Most of us can't, unfortunately. So the students do tend to live a little bit further out, a bit further west. So you can see sort of W4, W12, those sort of areas. It does bring the cost down. And so once again, remember, you do get a 30% discount on your travel, which helps on the buses and the tube. What most students tend to do in their first year is get together with friends. So if you've got 3 or 4 of you, or even more, trying to share, it does bring the cost down as well. And what a lot of landlords will do is, for example, you've got like a 2-bedroom apartment, or one, you might be able to get 5 in, because the landlord might be happy to have the living room as a bedroom as well. So it's always, you know, you should always ask the landlord. Area guide. We had lots of students over the years asking us which area to go to, what facilities they have, so we did get a bit bored being asked that, so we produced a guide for you. This guide just has some local information. There we go. That's the sort of thing you can find in it. And it also gives local facilities like local gyms, parks, that kind of stuff, you know, pubs. This is a first for us this year. We decided to have May's Housing Mayhem. One of them was contract checking. A lot of students found it difficult to come and see us in our office here because they were busy doing courses and so forth. So what we decided to do was, over a course of a couple of weeks, we went to each hall in the evening and sat down with the students to make it easier for them to go through their contracts. So we were doing that again next year as well. Find a flatmate event. Yeah, a couple of students thought that was a dating service when they turned up. It actually wasn't, and they were quite disappointed. But it was a good event. We had about 60 students turn up this year who didn't have anyone to share with. And by the end of it, they were all swapping email addresses, Facebook accounts, that kind of thing. And we do know a few of them are going to move in together. It was a great night. We had a quiz, we had free pizzas and that kind of thing. So it was good fun. And the housing fair. Once again, we invited all the letting agents and outside providers of student accommodation to come in, have a housing fair, so it make it a bit easier for the students to speak to them face to face, to contact them. Saves walking around the streets, you know, looking in windows. Now, I know most letting agents, everyone has a sort of poor view of, but we do have quite a good working relationship with these people. So if there are any incidents, shall we say, then the students aren't happy, they do come to us and we can help out and, you know, step in on their behalf. That's us, say the student hub. We are here all year round, Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 5. So the warden teams are in the hall in the evenings and the weekends, and you've got the hall supervisors. There's always someone to talk to. If anyone says, oh, I didn't have anyone to talk to, nonsense. You can always come and find us, and we're always here to help.